into our pregame interview, folks. You're watching CCHL hockey right here on Recruitlings. We got a good one, folks. It's round 3, Fenwick versus Benet, one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Illinois, and we're on Fenwick's home ice to do it. We have a lot of hockey coming our way, so let's get right into our interview. Standing by for our pregame interview, head coach of the Fenwick Friars, Nick Fabrini. Coach Fabrini, you guys had a long break for the holiday from CCHL play, back into it, trying to get in the swing of things. How's the team? What's the atmosphere like in that locker room as you head to the home stretch of the season?
It's been good. We've been playing our best hockey of the season the last 10 or 15 games or so. Dropped a tough one to Brother Rice on Friday, but over the last month, I think we've really started to come together and, like I said, play some of the best hockey we've played all year.
Yeah, and you talk about Brother Rice. The CCHL is no league to sneeze at. You have Brother Rice, St. Ignatius, one's the top teams in the league, other teams that are competing for that top spot as well. How are you guys able to tread water, still make a statement in the standings as the season goes on with all these top talented teams?
I think the key is consistency. Every night in the Catholic League is going to be a tough game. Everybody's going to play hard. So we've talked about some of the top teams in the league, that being kind of what separates them from us right now is that they do that on a nightly basis. So we feel like if we show up and compete, we can play with anybody. So that's really been kind of our focus and what we talk about on a daily basis of practice.
One guy I want to talk about real quick, All-State forward AIDEN Santero was named to the All-State team just about a week ago or so. What has he been able to do that you like, and how has he contributed to this team's success so far this season?
He does a little bit of everything. He plays in every situation for us. He's our leading scorer. He's really stepped up his physicality and his defensive play this year. He's been a 4-year varsity player, so it's really been a pleasure to watch him grow and develop as a player and as a person. And being in the school building, I see that, on a daily basis too. So it's well deserved. He's our captain. He's our leader. Like I said, he's come a long way from being a freshman and kind of learning how to play at the varsity level to being a guy that teams look out for every night.
Finally, Coach, it's round 3, Benet versus Fenwick. 1-1 is the score. This is the deciding one that's going to put the season series in someone's hands. What's the message to the guys in the locker room?
We got to find a way. Like I said, with playoffs coming up at the end of the month, these guys could be a first-round opponent, and winning 2 out of 3 against them in the regular season would be a great way to set the tone for the playoffs. So we got to execute tonight and make sure we limit our mistakes, give ourselves the best chance to win.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Fenwick head coach Nick Fabrini, everybody. Best of luck today. We're going to go ahead and bring in interviewee number 2, Connor Bosco. Come on in, sir. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are we feeling today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon out here in Bensonville?
We're always feeling good on Sundays. Benet always comes strong after a long weekend of hockey, so we're excited to get this kicked off here.
That's the first thing I wanted to ask you about. You indeed had a long weekend of hockey, a couple games, league games coming back after the holiday break. How do you keep your team motivated even as the season goes on? They get more time on the ice and more games under their belt.
Motivation truly just comes from end-of-season success. That's what everyone hopes for. That's what everyone looks to do is win. Start of the season, we had a lot to build on, to grow. So right now we're just looking to make a run here and really get playoffs started. We're excited for it.
And despite a lot of seniors from this team graduating last year, you're still seeing a lot of contributors on this team come out in full force. Four All-Stars named to the CCHL All-Star team this season. You have a lot of guys all over the ice despite losing a significant chunk of the productivity from last season. What does that say about the talent and just the coaching of this entire organization, what they're able to do?
Yeah, it really starts with the coaching. Coach Lee, he's been doing this for a long time. He really brings in good talent. We don't have that many seniors this year. Our juniors have really stepped up. Sophomores have stepped up. We got one freshman on the team. He's stepped up. That's great to see, especially a young guy like that, 15 years old, playing varsity hockey. Our seniors know what they have to do this year, especially because they're not going to be back next year. There's no 5th year for high schoolers. So, we're excited for this. All these guys are all buying in. Everyone's playing on a team. They're playing for the guys left and right of them. So we'll get it going.
Yeah, so of course, rivalry game against Fenwick. I know the guys are motivated in the locker room. The Kennedy Cup and the playoffs are just around the corner. Is this almost kind of a precursor in terms of motivation, what you want to see the team be able to do out in the ice today?
Yeah, absolutely. Fenwick's a tough customer. It's going to be a big game here today. Playoffs are going to be coming right around the corner. It's up for anyone. It's up for grabs. Anyone in this CCHL team can win the chip this year. So
I'm sure it's going to be great hockey regardless, like you said. Connor Bosco, Benet coach, everybody. Thanks so much. Stay tuned. Puck's dropping at center ice in just a few minutes here on Recruitlings.
Hi, I'm Luke Alpeter, senior, right wing, class of 2026.
Hi, I'm Sam Bowman, sophomore, center, class of 2028.
I'm AIDEN Burns, junior, defenseman, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm Riley Butas, junior, left wing, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm DAMIAN CHELIOS. I'm a junior. I'm a center, class of 2027.
I'm ALEXANDER DENTICE, left wing, senior, class of 2026.
Hi, I'm NICO DICOSOLA, junior, defense, class of 2027.
Hi, I am GLENN HANSEN, junior, defense, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm NIKOLAS HENSEL, senior, center, class of 2026.
Hi, I'm Joe IHDE, senior, right wing, class of 2026.
Hi, I'm Alex Karras. I'm a senior. I'm a defenseman, class of 2026.
Hi, I'm Marty Kirda, freshman, left wing, class of 2029.
Hi, I'm Joel Kane, junior, goalie, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm Finn O'Connor. I'm a junior, goalie, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm THOMAS ROGOWSKI, junior, defense, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm OWEN RYLE, sophomore, forward, class of 2028.
Hi, I'm AIDEN SHARPE, sophomore, right wing, class of 2027.
CARSON STONE, senior, left wing, class of 2026.
Hi, I'm Will Talbot, sophomore, left wing, class of 2028.
Hi, I'm Noah Watts. I'm a junior and defenseman, class of 2027.
Hi, I'm ETHAN ZERTH, sophomore, defense, class of 2028.
Hi, Coach Lee, 17th season at Benet Academy, veteran of the Catholic League, 1990 graduate of St. Rita High School, Chicago.
Hey, I'm Coach Bosco. This is my second year coaching varsity hockey. I'm looking forward to this year with Benet.
Michael Frado, assistant coach of varsity Benet hockey, and looking forward to another successful year.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome into our pregame show, folks. We have Fenwick. Here we go again. I was just talking that this rivalry between Benet Academy and Fenwick does not have a name. I don't know if we're going to go with Fenwick or Benwick yet, but I'll be sure to let you know. My name's Andy Diedrich, and welcome into our presentation of CCHL hockey presented by Recruitlings. Like I said, we have a good one today, folks. It's round 3 against Fenwick versus Benet Academy. It's their third matchup of the season. Both teams coming into this winners of one game apiece against each other. So this third one's going to give bragging rights to whatever team and give them some momentum heading into the Kennedy Cup playoffs. We'll start with the visiting Benet Academy Red Wings. 8 wins, 7 losses in the Chicago Catholic Hockey League. Good enough for third place. 60 goals for, 38 goals against. Their last game against Brother Rice yesterday, a 2-0 loss, wanting to avenge that. Fenwick in the same boat, though. 6 wins, 7 losses. 6th in the CCHL. They have a -6 goal differential on the year. Losers are the last 2, including Friday's loss against Brother Rice. There's a lot of key players on both of these teams, despite both of these squads losing a lot of seniors from last year. The key matchup we will highlight is the all-state forward matchup. AIDEN Tantero of the Friars and Joe HREHAAN of the Benet Academy Red Wings. Both lead their teams in goals and assists. Overall point getters are top numbers in the state, especially in the CCHL here. And those are the 2 names you're going to want to watch out for when we see goals being put on the board here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville. Lovely venue, by the way. It's going to play host to one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Illinois that we still don't have a name yet for, but if you guys want to float me some suggestions or test out any of the ones I said before, you're more than welcome to. With all that being said, the ice is cut. We're going to have the players come out for warm-ups in a little bit. With all that, we're watching CCHL hockey right here on Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information. Live from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, Illinois, it's Benet Redwings hockey versus Fenwick. Live stream brought to you by Recruitlings. Here we go!
And with that, we welcome you in to the Edge Ice Arena up here in Bensenville, Illinois. We're only a couple miles from O'Hare Airport, but the main spectacle today is these two teams on this rink you see in front of you. It's the Benet Academy Red Wings against the Fenwick Friars in a classic Chicago Catholic League rivalry matchup. My name's Andy Diedrich. Thank you for tuning in here on Recruitlings. We got quite the matchup for you today. Both of these teams hungry to win the season series, splitting the two games they've played previously. That first game coming back on November 1st, where Benet won 4-1. It's a pretty even match game in the shots on goals battle, as opposed to their rematch a month later, December 5th. Fenwick hosted Benet on their home ice, and a decisive 3-0 victory stunned the Red Wings, who were second in the league at the time. A lot of key contributors for Benet were absent that game. They should be back today. With the Red Wings back at full strength, they certainly want to make a push, as they are going to be a top seed in the Chicago Catholic League heading into the Kennedy Cup playoffs. They currently sit 8 wins, 7 losses, third in the league, versus Fenwick 6 wins, 7 losses, 6th in the standings right now. Both of these teams had over a month off from league play, from around December 5th, the first week of December, all the way until this upcoming week. Fenwick breaking their long absence with a game against Brother Rice. They fell to the Crusaders 4-2 on Friday. Benet had 2 games this past week. On Thursday the 8th, a 2-0 win over Brother Rice, but a rematch on Saturday at home at Seven Bridges Ice Arena saw the Crusaders triumph over the Red Wings 2-0. So a lot of Brother Rice games under these two teams' belt you see in front of you in the last 7 days. These are two teams, 14 Kennedy Cups combined between the two programs. 10 by the Friars, 4 from the Red Wings. Have produced NHL players, Division I players, a lot of different talent that's gone on to succeed at the next levels. Of course, those of you who are Benet fans will remember Benet's magical run all the way to the state championship game last year, getting to the United Center. They ultimately lost to New Trier Green, but it was a magical run full of overtime victories. A lot of players, contributors from that team, they're all gone. That team was led by experience. They had 13 seniors graduate. That doesn't mean that they and Fenwick, who suffered a similar fate, do not have talent and are ready to get themselves in prime position for the playoffs and get a win over their rival in the process. Ample crowd here at the Edge West Rink up here in Bensenville, looking to take in a spectacle. It's Fenwick versus Benet. Fenwick is headed by head coach Nick Fabrini. Benet's coached by Andrew Schlee. We're off up here in Bensenville. Fenwick will start with possession. White had it. ETHAN ZERTH for Benet. Flicks it out of the zone. So starting out there for Fenwick, it appears it's James Papp, Christian White, alongside Aristides Vigias, and number 17, Lucas White. Fenwick's captain, Aiden Tantero, number 9, you see grabbing at the stick of NIKOLAS HENSEL there. Their lone all-state selection, 7 goals, 7 assists in league play. As we said and spoke to head coach Nick Fabrini pregame, said Aiden could do a little bit of it all. That's what he's had to do to make sure that this team continues to tread water in the hyper-competitive Chicago Catholic League. Benet nearly with a steal there. Charging up was AIDEN SHARPE. They look to keep it in, but we're a bit too ambitious in doing so. Clock stops. We're 1 minute in. No score yet. Benet, of course, has a lot of talent on their own, including an all-state forward themselves. Number 97, Joe IHDE, the senior, another selection to the AHAI all-state team as a forward. He leads the Red Wings in goals and points. 10 goals, 10 assists, good enough for 20 points. He is one of the top scorers, not just in the CCHL, but in the state of Illinois, factoring the non-conference games as well. Another stoppage in play. Red Wings of Benet have 4 All-Stars that were named to the CCHL All-Star team. ID, as previously mentioned, the All-Stater and All-Star. Nick Hensel, who was absent for this last game against Fenwick, returns today and is another All-Star selection. Alex Karras, the defenseman, enforcer of the team in previous years, including this one. And the man in the net, Joel Kane, who's been busy this week. By my eye, we'll have to take a look over on that side in a second. It looks like we might see Finian O'Connor, the backup goalie in there, who's going to get a look right now. Charging his Fenwick. Glove save by O'Connor to start things off. Welcome to the game indeed, number 31. We normally see Joel Kane back there, the junior Kane, tremendous, around 2 goals allowed per average. A save percentage north of 90%, 3 shutouts this year. But with Kane pulling double duty this week against Brother Rice, it will be O'Connor manning the net so far for Benet. He has saved the lone shot on goal for both teams in this game. Burns backhands it into the zone. Fenwick looking around, hard hit delivered by Burns. Poking at it, getting it into the zone. Ryle to his right. Owen Ryle takes a shot, quickly saved for the first time by number 35, Sean Imbergia. The netminder for the Friars, allowing about 3 goals per game. Save percentage 86.5%. Still looking for his first shutout of the season in league play. He'd love to have it today. Alpeter got it to Burns, who turns around and flings it wide of the net. Ryle looks to collect, but he's defended well and cleared by number 29 of the Friars, Braden Michonne, who hit it too far for an icing, and we'll stop the clock at 14 minutes, 34 seconds in the first period. There is Sean Imbergia of the Fenwick Friars. Defend a face-off in front of his own net. ID had it. Shot on goal is wide. That was Damian Chelios that got it off of ID's tip. Around the net it goes. Huge hit delivered by Karras, making his presence known and maybe a bit too hard on the contact from Karras. And we're going to see our first penalty of the game for number 15 of the Red Wings. Absolute wallop of a hit delivered on that Friar skater, who appears to be is number 23 of Fenwick, Aristides Vigias. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points on the year in CCHL play. He's able to skate off, maybe catch his breath. And Benet is going to have a penalty kill pretty early on here. Bennett's about bar average when it comes to the PK when compared to the rest of the CCHL. Successfully killing about 84.6% of penalties. Scary moment there, puck going through the slot. Cleared by Benet. We're going to get a couple subs. Alpeter out, ID back on. That 84% penalty kill is good enough for 4th in the league. Bennett's known for in years past to be one of the more prolific teams in shorthanded goals. Only 2 this year. Up there trying to make things happen for Benet defending was Bowman. Puck goes up. Charging is Lucas White. He falls. Back to the middle, Latito. He'll aim, fire, deflection, batted away and iced all the way to the other end. Remember, no icing calls during penalty kill opportunities for the defense. Fresh line comes in for the Red Wings. Pap, right side, feeds it in through the wickets. And we'll go to the other side. Good job of getting it out by Benet. They're more than halfway done with this PK. ETHAN ZERTH fires it out. Schmidt, good job of keeping it in. It's Robert Schmidt fighting over there with number 36 of Benet, Reilly Butas. Bouncing puck goes right into the grasp of O'Connor. He pounces on it. Another save for O'Connor. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for the Friars. I think it was Brady Michonne trying to take aim at O'Connor's net there. Face-off circle, Robert Schmidt against Hensel of the Red Wings. Advantage goes to Schmidt. Back out to ZOROVICH. He crosses to Papp. Feeding it all the way around to Robert Schmidt again. Schmidt give and go. Defense from the Red Wings holds firm. Puck flicked back to the other end. 10 seconds on the clock here at the Edge Ice Arena, indicating nearly the end of this power play. Looks like Benet will improve on their defense when it comes to being down a man. Karras exits the box, coming in to sub in for him, OWEN RYLE. One-timer, fired, flashing the leather, Finian O'Connor. He's seen some early action, has stepped up to the task so far, 12-10 remaining in the first. Not only are these two teams tied 1-1 in the season series, if you go back to last year, certainly some bad blood that extends, of course, given this rivalry, bad blood extends for a long time. Last year, Benet was the one that swept Fenwick out of the Kennedy Cup playoffs en route to their appearance in both the Kennedy Cup final and the state final. At the same time, Fenwick, playing Benet in their final regular season game last year, was the one that spoiled Bennett's perfect season. They gave them their lone loss in the last game of their regular season heading into the Kennedy Cup. Benet responded well, of course. You might call that an understatement, but certainly a feather in the cap of that Friars team a year ago. They were able to spoil their rivals' undefeated season, New York Giants style. Blake ZOROVICH has it in his own end of the ice. NICO DICOSOLA is on the ice for the first time. Nico's the younger brother of LUKE DICOSOLA, one of the many seniors from that super senior class a year ago. Nico very physical like his brother. The juniors got some more hockey ahead of him after this season. 1 goal, 1 assist for the defenseman. You'll certainly see him make his mark on this end of the ice. We'll have to do it here. Stolen away, great job. Was AIDEN SHARPE, one of his first looks today. He gets it in. Dentise chasing it, but ZOROVICH gets to it first, and will fire it back around to Vigias. He fights with Butas, grabbed by the captain Dentise. Right back at him, fed into the middle. Slow-moving puck, got to get out of there, and it is. Christian White up ahead to the dangerous Tantaro. The All-Stater wants to make something happen. Couldn't get it through the wickets of the defense, back the other way. So far, not an abundance of shots on goal, but certainly some back and forth action as the clock stops at 10:42. Shots on goal numbers right now, 4 for the Friars, 1 for the Red Wings. One other thing to note, a completely different matchup in net as we've seen, a unique matchup, I should say, for the 2 previous games these teams have played this season. Augustus Levy of the Fenwick Friars as the counterpart on the Benet side. O'Connor makes another save. Augustus Levy was the netminder in that 12-5 victory, or excuse me, on December 5th, I should say. It's a 3-0 victory where Augustus Levy had 16 saves for a shutout. And back on November 1st, it was Joel Kane that was in net for both of those games. Completely different, unique goalie matchup. See which team that bodes better for. Another shot directly into O'Connor's grasp. Flamethrower of a wrister from James Papp, easily collected by O'Connor. Line change for both teams. Schmidt versus Chelios. Back out to Levy real quick, blocked and taken the other way. Nick Hensel finds some open space. He's with Heide. Heide does get to it before Blake ZOROVICH. But it's ZOROVICH wrestling it back. Out front, Heide wanted the redirect. It was blocked by ZOROVICH. DICOSOLA backhand. Chelios finding space. Heide in front of the net. Backhander. Still loose. Great save. All the same, though, Sean Imbergia making his chops known. Close call there for the Friars. Looks like an odd man rush there for Benet, but puck goes up and out of play. Substitutions coming on. Still no score here at the Edge Ice Arena up here in Bensonville. Zerth corralled. Shot. Saved by Imbergia off his right leg. Close one there. He had to get out towards the inside pole of the net. Make sure that puck didn't find the back of it. Route to DiCosola. Wanted to feed it into Talbot. Finding the rebound, but knocking the net off in the process. Talbot went backside to number 87, Sam Bowman. Maybe a bit too aggressive on the push. And that's got to be set back up. Benet will have another chance to continue this offensive possession, however. Dentise and White in the circle. Still up for grabs, still toe tapping. Finally back out to ZOROVICH. He's been all over the place on defense. Karras backhands it to ZOROVICH. Easy save made. As Karras delivers another hard hit into the boards from ZOROVICH, and that arm's gonna go up. And as we still are halfway through the first period, much to the dismay of the Benet Academy bench, it appears Alex Karras is gonna see the box for the second time tonight. It is number 15, Karras, heading to the penalty box. Certainly a hard hit into the boards. Unfortunately, given my angle here at the West Rink, it's difficult to see the full play, but referees deemed it illegal. 2 minutes in the box for Alex Karras, another penalty kill that the Red Wings will have to endure. Friars smell blood. However, here comes the Red Wings, short-handed opportunity. Sharpe towards the net, can't be gloved, but it is knocked down by Imbergia. Sharpe wanted to steal it back again. Red Wings got to defend. Shots blocked. Diving in the way of that one was Glenn Hansen. Sharpe gets back. Past the blue line. Spins. He's doubled. He just wanted to waste some clock. Imbergia's getting it out of harm's way, but Sharpe's charging in. Aggressive on this short-handed forecheck. And a penalty will go against the Friars. A delayed call, and now play is stopped. So as bad as things seem for the Benet Red Wings committing their second penalty, as this first period still is about halfway only through, the Friars commit a penalty of their own, and we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey for at least the next minute or so. Christian White, the offending party of the Friars. 2 minutes in the box for him. 4-on-4 out on the ice. DiCosola want to steal it at the blue line. Puck gets through him. Hayes trying to find Michonne on the break, stolen away from the Red Wings. IDE's up ahead with the full team. His backhand chance blocked. Good save, Imbergia. Around the net, Imbergia dug his foot in. Hensel. Defended well down there by White. Excuse me, James Papp on the defense. Backhands it around the net to Zimmer. Francis Zimmer the third. Gets past half, will dump it in. Full line change, Fenwick. Hensel calling for it. Puck slips under him, but no icing as he did give it a touch. Puck is deflected and goes through. It's like a tennis match, back and forth at this 4-on-4. 10 seconds left for Alex Karras in the box. And Benet will be back at full strength and take advantage of about 40 seconds of a Fenwick man disadvantage. Coming on is Owen Ryle. Around, good save by O'Connor, getting his head on a swivel. Shot was by Robert Schmidt. Sharpe, off the boards, wants to find the speeding Ryle. Defended by Gattone, up on the board. Sharpe comes to collect. Zerth wanted to block it. It's able to get out. O'Connor's going to step out and leave it for Glenn Hansen. 10 seconds remaining until the Friars have 5 skaters rejoin them on the ice, rather. Alpeter. White's there to defend. Big hit delivered by NOFSINGER. Schmidt backhand kept in. Shot towards the goal is deflected. White does get it up ahead. 2-on-1 if the Friars want it. O'Connor comes out, makes a good save. Nifty move off the post. Looked like it hit the top left corner. My goodness. Stick save. O'Connor called his name a lot tonight. 8 saves on 8 shots. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Can tell the energy has shifted. Something's got to give for one of these squads. Schmidt fighting for it with DeCosla. Coming to help him out is Chelios. Haven't had a stoppage in quite a long time. Karras wants to get out of the zone. Kept in somehow by the Friars. I believe that was, not sure who that was, but impressive work there. I think it was Matthew Draz, actually, number 37. White behind his net. Red Wings have it in deep. Can't keep it there for long. They got to get back on defense. Draz playing with it with Chelios. Line change for the Friars. Everybody holding their breath here at the Edge West rink. A stoppage finally called. I think icing is the call. I actually didn't see what the referee signaled, but either way, it will be a puck close to Finian O'Connor's net for another face-off. Bennett's got to be pleased with getting more shots on goal than they have in recent games against Fenwick. And that last game on December 5th where they lost 3-0, were outshot 31-16. Their shots haven't been great on goal. They're getting outshot 8-4 right now. Still certainly signs of life from an offense that hasn't always succeeded against the Friars. Puck's in the crease, still loose. O'Connor tried to dive on it. It's out behind the net. Zerth. Bennett desperately trying to get it out, and it is booted out by Ryle. It's him, Butas, and Sharpe. Neutral zone, flicked in there, ETHAN ZERTH. Under 4 minutes remaining in the first, no score. James Papp, one of the alternate captains of this team, gets it right back after being batted away. ZOROVICH. Talbot of Bennett, knifing through the zone. Bennett, puck's in deep again. Will Bennett be aggressive on this forecheck? Zerth coming up to the blue line to try and do just that. And it is kept in. Dentise has Bowman charged into the net, wants to find him. Goes wide, and Berger steps out and knocks it back. Zerth can't get to it. He's got to get there before Schmidt does, and he successfully accomplishes that. Big hit, no call. Delivering the blow was Robert Schmidt on Talbot of Bennett. That physical style of hockey both programs preach, certainly coming out in full force. Latino to the middle. Bounces out. And finding his way down there, Burns. Gets through one defender, goes around to another, and delivers a big hit in the process. One-timer is off the post again. A lot of close calls on both sides of this rink. The first goal certainly will tilt the ice in one team's favor majorly. Karras is back at center ice, ready to defend, and he's going to have to here. Schmidt to the middle. Backhand chance, but Schoen goes wide left. Wanting it is Burns. He's charging ahead into the zone by himself. Blake ZOROVICH so far showing the prowess on defense. He's had his stick or his presence on a majority of the pucks that have entered his zone. Impressive stuff from number 7 of Fenwick. Heide wants to get there first. He beats his teammate Hensel, defended by ZOROVICH. Hensel can't fully get his stick on it. Fenwick collapsing well. Little back tap. Fenwick had to get a sub in. Here comes Ryle. Ryle to his right. Backhanded pass through ID. Actually went through the crease there for a second. Scary moment for Sean and Bergia. Still a battle of the goalie so far. 0-0. 8 saves for O'Connor. 4 saves for Imbergia. Unable to be kept in. Puck is loose and a lot of real estate. Watts wanted to get it to Hensel up ahead. Goes through, was tipped, so no icing. 60 seconds and counting in the first. Karras backhands it. That time not touched. We will get an icing call. 47.3 remaining on the clock here at the West Rink at the Edge. Yeah, for a scoreless game, folks, I feel like I got to catch my breath a little bit. Only 12 shots combined on goal, but certainly a lot of action in the process. We've had 3 penalties, 2 going against Benet, 1 against Fenwick. These games seem to have a way of both teams pitching a shutout until something breaks through, the dam breaks, and all the scoring comes in bunches. Mentioned both teams want to be in good standing heading into playoff time. That's about where we are. Benet only 1 remaining regular season game after tonight's. That's on January 25th, where they will host Brother Rice, which I assume would be for senior night. Fenwick, having played less games than Benet, has 3 games remaining after this. Benet wanted a penalty there. Head coach Andrew Schlee in the bench pleading, no call. 10 ticks left on the clock. Benet will do a line change. Make sure they defend this at the end of the first period. And that's exactly what they do. The horn sounds after an eventful, physical, fast-paced first period that had everything except scoring. 0-0 is what the scoreboard says between Benet and Fenwick in round 3 of their season series.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Welcome back to Bensonville. 0-0, Fenwick versus Benet. A classic rivalry between Chicago Catholic staples of the Chicagoland area. So far, nothing's giving on the defensive ends. We mentioned before, this is the 3rd unique goaltender matchup between these two teams. And they are some of the more valuable assets on the ice right now. Finian O'Connor for Benet and Sean Imbergia for Fenwick. Combined to make 12 saves, and they're likely to make many more as we're off and running in the second period of play here at the Edge Ice Arena. Starting the period for Benet, it's HREHAAN, ZERTH, DICOSOLA, Chelios, and Hensel. Fenwick the first with a real chance. Odd man rush. Tantero shoots off the chest of O'Connor. Successfully saved, kept in Great job by White. O'Connor will glove that one and make it easy. We get our first stoppage about a half a minute in. So no goals in this game, but if we go back to the previous matchups between these teams, Fenwick in that 3-0 win about a month ago, Peter Hayes, John Latito had it on the power play, and Aristides Vigias sealed the deal with an empty netter. And then to start November off, a 4-1 win for Benet over Fenwick. Goal scorers in that game, Glenn Hansen, Damian Chelios, and CARSON STONE with a pair. That's a hard hit, maybe a bit too hard. Referee's pointing at a skater. I'm not sure exactly what the call is going to be, but it might be a penalty going against the Friars, I believe. And that is indeed what it is. Again, penalty occurring in a bit of a restricted view for me, so I can't fully see what happened. But it looks like the referees will give John Latito 2 minutes in the sin bin. And the Benet power play offense, which scores on 26.1% of its power play opportunities, the best in the CCHL, gets to rear its head for the first time. Live stats from CCHL.US, a 2-minute roughing for John Latito. And the penalty kill of Fenwick will be tested in full force for the first time today. The Kozla's double team. Ben's got to get back onside, and they do. Ryle to his right. Idey's got a chance at the net. He will spin away and look for a better opportunity. Hensel gets to the middle, top of the slot. Redirect, Idey shoots, goes wide. Good look there on the rebound. Idey couldn't capitalize. Ryle's running the point. Right side, Hensel under his stick. Getting to the corner. Defended well by Fenwick. Bowen coming to retrieve. Bowman to the middle. Bouncing puck. Idey reverses. Off the boards, Bowman. Hensel. Gattone defends. Up in his grill and making him fall is Gattone, and that might be another penalty afflicting the Friars. The arm goes up, and skating off is O'Connor trying to make the most of it. And there is the delayed call. We'll see if my eyes were correct. Indeed, we're going to get a second Friar entering the penalty box. It's Gattone with his first penalty of the night. He got tied up back there behind the net, looked like with Nick Hensel. So with 15 minutes remaining in the second period, Bennett's going to have 45 seconds of 5-on-3 action. Tall task for the Friars defense, but with Sean and Bergia in net, we'll certainly trust that brick wall they have standing between the pipes. Butas, center, Zerth back to Butas. Red Wings being very patient with it. They want a goal, they want it now. Sharpe, far side. Shot is blocked well. James Papp getting in there for some good defense. Sharpe circles back. Wants to find Butas. Zerth in, left-handed wrist shot. Blocked and goes wide. Butas collects. 10 seconds remaining, 5-on-3. Far side scores! Scoreless tie officially broken. Ethan Zerth puts it in the back of the net. Bennett's on the board. They lead 1-2-0. Impressive work by the Benet power play offense right there. You knew that clock was ticking in the back of their minds, that the 5-on-3 was certain to end soon. They remained patient, got their look, and made the most of it. Ethan Zerth starts the scoring off in this one, and in a big way. Keep in mind, with that being still during the 5-on-3 period, Benet still has a power play 5-on-4 for the next minute 10. Can they make this 2 goals in as many minutes? Goal scorer Zerth still in there on the ice with the rest of the Benet crew. A goal officially assisted REILLY Butas, giving the assist to Zerth there. 1-0, Benet leads Fenwick. Trying to make it 2. Sharpe. Back out to Hensel, can't keep it in. Bennett's got to reset. OWEN RYLE enters first, and a bit too soon. Getting back as fast as he can was AIDEN SHARPE, the junior. Sharpe and Ryle, two of the many underclassmen that are contributing highly on this team. Sharpe, 8 goals, 5 assists. In league play, Ryle's got 4 goals, 3 assists. Ryle's only a sophomore. He was a huge part of this team as a freshman last year, called him the freshman phenom. Unfortunately, sophomore phenom doesn't flow as well, so I'm in the market for new nicknames for OWEN RYLE. Please let me know. Appreciate it. Fenwick desperate to stop the bleeding at 1 goal. Benet smelling the blood, looking to make it 2. HREHAAN around the net. He's got Ryle or Dentise backside. DICOSOLA. Backhands at Dentise, fights with Zimmer. Around the net. Joe HREHAAN. Out of the grasp with DICOSOLA. He boxes his man out to grab it. Hensel keeps it in. Last chance on the power play. One more shot. And skating back in is the 5th skater for the Friars, number 23, Aristides Vigias. So the damage has been done. 1 goal on the board for the Red Wings. Friar fans breathing a sigh of relief that it wasn't multiple. Back on the offensive, but great save into the chest of Finn O'Connor. He's been tested early today. 9 shots on goal through this first period and a half or so, but 9 saves from the underclassmen. It'll be Chelios and Christian White in the face-off circle. Sitting in the middle, dangerous there, but safely tapped out to Bowman. Batting it up ahead, wanting to get that in deep to himself is Talbot. ZOROVICH speeds over. The Benet forecheck remaining aggressive. Fenwick fights it out. All-state forward Arden Tantero wanted to get off the boards, instead hit it into his own bench. Tantero, the main name to watch for, 7 goals, 7 assists in league play this year. Other leading scorers for the Friars, John Latito, 6 goals, 3 assists. Robert Schmidt, 3 goals, 5 assists. Tantero has the team's lone hat trick. But surely whether it's today or in any of their 3 remaining games, Tantero wants to make it 2. Certainly this game means a lot for more than just standings. Pride and wherewithal in this rivalry stands tall over many other ambitions. Fenwick's 3 remaining games. On Friday, they'll host St. Rita for senior night. And then their 2 remaining ones is a home and away against the Notre Dame Dons. Bowman in the middle, can't collect. Now does. But ZOROVICH once again flying in there and giving his Friars a chance on offense. Tantero's got a chance. Defended well by Watts, making an easy save. Back the other way, Alpeter shoots. Saved by Imbergia, still loose, in the crease. Imbergia's got a dive on it, net's off the hinges, and the referee stopped play. Whole lot of things going on that end of the ice. Referees getting things under control, making sure everyone's all right. Looks like Sean Imbergia might be a little shaken up after that debacle. He appears to be all right, and so does everyone else. Shots on goal now sit 10-9 thanks to Bennett's attack on their 5-on-3 and power play chances. Remember, it's set 8-4 at the end of the first period in favor of the Friars. Shot saved by Imbergia, but kept in on the clear attempt. Watts has a one-timer from the blue line go wide. Ryle, nice move. Goes wide. Looked like it didn't. Alpeter wants a rebound, but the net's off again. Referee's going to try and quickly put it back on. Looks like he'll have time to. Benet has to reset. Latito enters first. He tests O'Connor, but O'Connor stands firm. His 11th save of the night. Impressive stuff we've seen from O'Connor and really this entire Benet goalie room over the last couple seasons. A lot of you will remember seniors Ben Ciesla, who was an All-Stater and All-Star last year, alongside Ava Christensen. They have helped mold both Joel Kane and Finn O'Connor, who did most of his damage on the JV team last year, into the goalies they're still working to becoming as underclassmen. So many names from that Benet team last year you could talk about as key contributors and cornerstones to what you see in front of you and for what the Benet program has been able to do. There was All-State and reigning CCHL MVP Hudson Schlee, previously mentioned NICO DICOSOLA or Ben Ciesla, Jimmy Cannon, many others I'm probably forgetting. Hopefully they're not watching and won't DM me on Instagram about this. Actually, it'd be pretty funny if they did, but I digress. About 10 minutes remaining in the second period here at the Edge Ice Arena. Benet Academy leads the Fenwick Friars 1-0. The lone goal coming in a 5-on-3 chance. Goal was scored by number 25, ETHAN ZERTH, assisted by REILLY BUTAS. Fenwick desperate for the equalizer. Chelios gets into it with White. White hits him back a little bit. Things remaining physical here in the second. Zimmer near the blue line. Punted out by Chelios. Following Tantero. In there. Puck is loose in the crease. Now some pushing and shoving. Was that collapsed down by O'Connor? It appears yes. So Karras and O'Connor give some props to their teammate Chelios for getting a little physical in there and helping to make that stop. He was tied up in there with one of the White brothers, whether Lucas or Christian. I believe it was Christian, number 28. Christian's had a tremendous year. Back out to Tantero. White passes it, but it's a beautiful glove save by Finn O'Connor. Remember the name, folks. Joel Kane, the starter for the Benet Redwings, on an off day for Joel Kane after he's had quite the busy week. Finn O'Connor stepping up, saying no, no, no to all of these Friar shots so far. White gets it in, off the shoulder of O'Connor once again. Wanted to go around, but blocked. Tantero maybe growing frustrated. Chance at the net, Joe Heide wanted to go 5-hole, blocked. Rebound goes out wide. Ryle behind the net. Backhands it. Back over to Hensel. On the ice, pushed in the back is Hensel. No calls made. Fenwick, odd man rush the other way. White, far side, shot, scores! One to 1, the score now sits after a beautiful equalizing goal. It was fed in by Christian White, rather. Our replay, unfortunately, wasn't working there. I didn't get to see who it was on the benefiting end of that goal to score for Fenwick. But the result remains the same, 1-1. Fenwick now ties it up against Benet on their home ice in this crucial tiebreaker of the season series. Live stats on CCHL indicate Aristides Vigias scores the first goal of the night for the Friars, assisted by Christian White, as previously mentioned, as well as AIDEN Tantero. Vigias now his third goal in league play this year. He's got 5 points on the year. Tantero's now got his 8th assist, and Christian White has his 3rd. Fenwick wanted to come back quickly. O'Connor does indeed corral it. Looks like thought there was some physical conduct there, but no, John Latito just fell after the play. Latito and O'Connor embrace in the crease, and we get line changes for both teams. What a response from Fenwick. They found an opening on a fast break, an odd man rush. A beautiful display of passing from Tantero and White over to Vigias. And now it is anybody's game. Halfway through the second period, 1-1 tie. Luke Alpeter wants to go off the boards himself. Francis Zimmer defending. And Alpeter hit it a bit too far and frustrated with himself. And it's called for an icing. In non-conference news for the Fenwick Friars, they recently traveled to Cleveland, Ohio back in December. Playing some of the state of Ohio's top teams, they went 3-0-1. All the teams were ranked top 12 in the Buckeye State. For Benet, they also had a trip to Cleveland recently as that shot goes wide from Francis Zimmer. Rebound chance in front of the net and is scored! Impressive work keeping up with the play and making the Red Wings pay. Number 27 of Fenwick, Samuel Schmidt, wrong Schmidt brother, has now given Fenwick a lead in a game they were trailing no less than 2 minutes ago. We'll await the official scoring from the CCHL. But Fenwick on their home ice has turned this game in their favor. The ice is tilted in their direction. Things are certainly heating up for the Friar faithful. There's Robert Schmidt, number 13. So I'd like to apologize. On the CCHL website, the goal credited to number 37, Matthew Draz. Matthew Draz, beautiful work, staying with it, head on a swivel. Those rebound chances can be deadly for some defenses. Benet suffered the blunt force trauma of it there. Draz was assisted by number 6, Francis Zimmer III, his first assist of the season. Clock stops, 6:56. Friars now lead 2-1, and they're back on top of the shots on goal battle as well, 17-12. That's the main reason how they've beaten Benet this year. In their first game where they lost 4-1, the shots on goal was tied at 24 apiece. In their 3-0 win a month ago, they dominated the shots on goal 31-16. Benet trying to answer, but now Tantero's out in space. He might have a look at the net by himself and to wait on it for a second, and will reset, wait for his team. Had White screaming down the right side. Fenwick playing with a different type of aggression. They have that 1-goal lead, but they know it's that most dangerous lead to have in hockey. Wanting to put this one away sooner rather than later if they can. Batted out of there by Zerth, our goal scorer for Benet. Up ahead, HREHAAN's there if he wants it. Either he or Hensel went a bit too soon. Call goes against the Red Wings. And we'll have an icing and a face-off at the other end. As for Bennett's non-conference news recently, at the end of last month, they traveled to Cleveland, Ohio to play Rocky River, not too far from my hometown of Seven Hills, Ohio, and they left with a blowout win. They would have played my high school, they probably would have won by 20. No offense to any Normandy High School alums also watching, but I doubt they are. Benet also picked up an 8-3 win over Glenbrook North to start 2026 for their first action of the new year. Icing is called, 6 minutes left on the clock. Another fun game for the Friars was their alumni game they had a few weeks ago over at their home ice at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. They had graduates all the way from the founding of the Benet hockey program in 1999 up until this most recent 2025 class. They came and faced off against this current team's juniors and senior teams. There's no news on who won exactly. I'm sure a fun time was had by all. Benet Athletics has certainly been in an upswing recently. Their basketball team just won their 15th straight contest last night. And this is coming off of a season where they won the Class 4A state title in boys basketball, rather. Benet baseball last year was state runner-up. Of course, this hockey team you see in front of you was state runner-up. That puck's frozen by Imbergia before Chelios can get there. Certainly lots of championship appearances for the Red Wings recently. A very well-known name throughout the Chicagoland area for not only academics, but athletic prowess as well. Could certainly say the same for Fenwick, 10-time Kennedy Cup champions. Have produced NHL players, over a dozen D1 players just in hockey alone. And it's a big day for one of Fenwick's most proudest alums, Robert Spillane, captain of the New England Patriots. He will return from injury, take the field tonight against the LA Chargers in the AFC wildcard round. Samuel Schmidt on the far side. Batted into the boards with NICO DICOSOLA. It's DICOSOLA defending. Wanting to get over there is Burns. Out of the scuffle, but kept in. Pep flings a one-time in as the Friars get a line change. And will defend the rush from the Red Wings. Watts gets it through. Benet wants to get it in deep. And quick little wrister goes up and over and out of the zone. Imbergia soft hit to Gattone. Trying to make a steal on it, ETHAN ZERTH. In the corner, Watts on Vagias. Pass was dangerous there. Could have spelled trouble right in the slot for Benet, but it did not. Gattone, one-timer. Bouncing puck goes in! Fenwick scores! Another goal on a rebound chance, and Fenwick makes the most of it. 3-1, they now lead. Aristides Vagias, I believe, to my eye, was the one that put it in for his second goal of the night. The Benet defense looking to recollect themselves, but Fenwick putting the pressure on, and it has paid huge dividends in the second period. All 4 goals of this one coming in this frame. Face-off won by the Friars. Maybe they'll stay aggressive to, once again, try and put this one out of reach, but Sharpe's got a chance. One-timer in the middle's no good. That one was shot by number 36, REILLY Butas. Dentise off the boards, batted down by Pap. That most recent goal was indeed Aristides Vagias, assisted by Christian Whites and Marco Gattone. Could this be 4 goals for the Friars in the period? Saved by O'Connor. Schmidt had him on this near side. ZOROVICH back over. Pap fires it in. Bounced off. Alex Karras got in the way. Pap to the corner. Calling for Gattone, wanting to reset. Bennett's got a skater down, but getting to his feet. Glenn Hansen. Pump fake out to Gattone. Now is there. Around the back. Schmidt. Fighting with Hansen. Now the captain, Dentise, collects it. Offside. Clock stops 2:39, but Fenwick, 3 goals on the board, feel a lot better than they did at the start of this period. Three unanswered goals for the Friars. ETHAN ZERTH led off the scoring, not just in this period, but the game. With 14:22 in the clock, he put one in, assisted by REILLY Butas for the Red Wings. But 3 unanswered goals for Fenwick. Vagias, Draz, and Vagias in that order. Leave you with the score you see in front of you. Another clock stop. It's 2.5 remaining. So Vagias has now doubled his goal total in CCHL play just in the second period alone. 4 goals, 2 assists now on the season. Schmidt against Chelios. Advantage Chelios. Heide's running out up ahead. Waited for it and got it. Chance at the goal. Joe HREHAAN shooting. Saved by Imbersia. Following closely on defense was Peter Hayes. DiCosola wants to fire a one-timer. Imbersia had it. He did have it. He will freeze that puck, making what I believe to be, if the scoreboard is to be trusted, his 14th save of the night. We'll thank everybody once again for tuning in here to watch some CCHL hockey action on Recruitlings. It's a chilly Sunday evening in Chicago. I know if most of you stayed up watching that Bears game, though. Maybe that makes it a little less cold and miserable. Arden Tantero putting the moves on. Puck goes through the center, but no one's home. HREHAAN tried to bat it out, but couldn't. And there might be a penalty coming. Potentially a flip of momentum, depending on who this one's on. I will take this time to say, how about them Bears? If there's one thing we can agree on, it is them Bears. Talking about a last-minute comeback win over the rival Green Bay Packers. And it looks like that's what Bennett's going to have to channel here. A late comeback against their rivals is something the Red Wings want. The Friars want to prevent that, of course. I'm actually not sure if there's any Packers fans on either team, but I digress. The call goes against the Friars. It's Arden Tantero visiting the box for 2 minutes. That'll be his 9th and 10th penalty minutes on the year. So Bennett's prolific power play is set to take the ice again. And they are off and running. And the penalty actually will bleed into the third period if Bennett is unable to score before the period is up. 1:30 left on the clock, 1:42 on the power play for Tantero in the sin bin. Fighting over there, Levy trying to waste time against, I believe that was Ryle and Bowman. Getting it back, Butas. It goes up and over, now O'Connor's got to grab it and maybe freeze it. Now he will go ahead. Tried to bat it out, but now Peter Hayes is going to send it in before Zerth's defense could get there. Hard shove, no call. .50 seconds remaining in the period. Ryle's got it on the far side. Getting it to the middle to Sharpe, but batted away. Zerth, blue line. Ryle wanted to get it near his skates. Flipping the rink to HREHAAN, back over to Ryle, excuse me. Backhanded, but kept in. HREHAAN, their leading goal scorer. Can he muster a power play goal? Sharpe, Zerth. HREHAAN alone to the middle. Dentise wanted a one-timer, swing and a miss. Scout defense from the Friars. They've been pretty good on this penalty kill, and they'll ice it. That'll do it for the period. Bennett will have about 10 seconds remaining on the power play coming out once this final horn sounds, and it does. After a scoreless first period, 4 goals in the second, 3 of them going Fenwick's way, all unanswered. So we have quite the matchup coming out. Bennett's going to start on a power play, but the score is the story of the game so far. 3-1, Fenwick leads. You're watching CCHL hockey action on Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
for the first goal.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome back to the Edge Ice Arena, folks. We've seen 2 periods of action. One was a lot more eventful than the other, but the score remains all the same. 3-1, the Fenwick Friars lead over their rival Benet Redwings. It's a CCHL matchup that has a lot to do with the standings, but most importantly, the bragging rights between the season series between these two teams. 1-1 so far. This is the tie-breaking Game 3 in the 3 games that they've played this season. For 2 long-term rivals, I'm sure they both want to win. So 3-1 is the score. How did we get here? So a scoreless first period was led by the goalkeepers, really. It was looking to be a pitcher's duel, if you will. Finn O'Connor making a start for Bennett, and Sean Imbergia of the Friars both really held firm in their nets to start. Offenses were potent. Physical action was going on, but until we got to the second period, we didn't see that scoring. Once we got to that second set of 17 minutes, that's when the floodgates just blew open, and we got 1 goal from ETHAN ZERTH on a 5-on-3 power play that Bennett had, and then 3 unanswered from Fenwick. Aristides Vigias, Matthew Draz, and a second goal from Aristides Vigias puts the Friars in the driver's seat heading into the final 17 minutes here on their home ice. We've seen a lot of different things from both of these teams. Unfortunately for Bennett, they've been really successful on the power plays all year, not finding that same success today. Their lone goal came in a 5-on-3 chance, and their offense, while putting shots on goal, hasn't really found that same rhythm that we've seen from them at other times. Meanwhile, on defense, the thing to watch for, 2 out of the 3 goals for Fenwick have come off of a kind of a weird bounce on a redirect or a rebound, whatever you want to call it. They got to be better at cleaning up that puck, whether it's freezing it in net, clearing it as soon as you can, whatever it is. Credit to Fenwick for getting in there, continue to be physical, playing fast, and playing the style of hockey that head coach Nick Fabrini precisely wants them to play. With all that being said, we still got 17 more minutes to play, folks. I think we're going to watch the Zamboni go by a couple times. We hope you stick with us here on Recruitlings, though, for our third period as we get to some CCHL action. Stay with us.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Third period of play coming your way in just a couple moments here. My name's Andy Diedrich. You're watching our presentation of CCHL hockey here on Recruitlings. 3-1. Fenwick leads after a uneventful first period in terms of scoring. 4 goals in the second, all 4 of them coming off the sticks of both teams. ETHAN ZERTH starting it for Benet on a power play, but then the Friars. 2 from Aristides Vigias, 1 from Matt Draz. And here we go. Bennett's going to start this period off on a power play for about 10 seconds or so. See if they can do anything with it. But Fenwick, knowing that, quickly dumps it into the opposite zone. As O'Connor has to make a save. He's been good tonight. That is his 18th save of the evening. Fenwick offense just putting the pressure on at the right times. And that they've been able to slip a trio of pucks through the underclassmen's mitts as that puck actually hit the ceiling. I don't know if I've seen that in a very long time, but we'll get a stoppage of play about 30 seconds in. Both teams back at full strength. Finn O'Connor, the man in the net for the Red Wings. His counterpart, Sean Emberja, tremendous game himself. 14 saves on 15 shots. As long as the scoreboard here at the Edge Ice Arena up here in Bensonville is to be trusted. Hansen fires it into the zone. Behind the net, Pap. Benet maybe wanting to get even more aggressive on their forecheck, which they're known for, seeing they have a multi-goal deficit to overcome. Trying to channel those Chicago Bears maybe of an evening ago we all saw. Lucas White sizes up the defense off the boards, but White gets it back. Stolen away, Sharpe with Karras. Sharpe takes aim, and Berja counts as Karras with a rebound, and Berja somehow gets it again. Great recognition by Karras that that puck was loose and no defender was in the area to come up and make a play on it. Even better by Emberja to somehow not cost his team a goal. See if the style of play for Fenwick changes. They try to ride this multi-goal lead into the sunset. And out of here with not only a key victory for their standings ahead of the Kennedy Cup playoffs, but a huge win over their longtime rival in the Benet Redwings. Action on the boards. Puck still in deep. Hayes was fighting with Chelios, now fighting with Zerth. Grappling for position. Hayes double team, falls down. Zerth and Chelios, good job to wrestle it away from him. Puck in the neutral zone. Flipped over to Zerth. Wanted to control it, but snagged away. Talbot comes off. Got to get in is Nick Hensel. And he's back on. Full line change coming for Fenwick. Ryle's off the bench and ready to make some action. Nice move to the hoop. Scores! OWEN RYLE gets to the middle and makes his name known. The sophomore's got his 5th goal of the year. Benet cuts their deficit in half. They trail the Friars 3-2 in the 3rd period. OWEN RYLE, the super sophomore. When he's needed the most, he steps up. He's part of a huge crew of offensive production on this Benet team, whether it be Joe Eide, Nick Hensel himself. You even look at Damian Chelios, who has 4 goals, 5 assists on the year. Truly a big-time goal from one of the younger guys on this team. A goal indeed credited to OWEN RYLE as we look online on the CCHL website. Assisting him there, number 55, Noah Watts. Watts has been everywhere on defense, gave Ryle a great feed. Ryle got into the zone, made things happen. The point remains the same. Benet needs another goal. Joe HREHAAN wants it. Got to Imbergia's right side, but no dice. Off and running, Levy. Ref had to do a little jump to get out of the way. Fenwick will just dump it in for a line change. Benet wanted to make it again. Puck gets through to HREHAAN somehow. He stops, starts, saved, rebound opportunity, goes in the net! Are you kidding? Number 22, AIDEN Burns puts his name on the board. How the tables have turned up here in Bensonville. A scoreless first period, 4 goals in the second, 3 of them by Fenwick, and now, less than 4 minutes into the third, 2 goals from the Benet Redwings to even things up. And AIDEN Burns has his first goal of the year, assisted by Joe HREHAAN. What a strange looking play we saw. HREHAAN had the shot, puck popped up, and Burns, I think, almost shouldered it into the net. Right place, right time. That's all that matters for number 22, AIDEN Burns. We're going to get a timeout on the ice, actually. I believe Fenwick was the one to call it to maybe get themselves back in position and a mental reset after succumbing to 2 goals in a matter of, looks like, less than a minute and a half. OWEN RYLE with the first one of this period. AIDEN Burns with the equalizing goal. Officially assisted by Joe HREHAAN and ETHAN ZERTH. So ZERTH now 1 goal, 1 assist today. Other goal scorers, of course, OWEN RYLE, AIDEN Burns. Other assisters today, Joe HREHAAN, ETHAN ZERTH, Noah Watts, and Reilly Butas. On the opposite side, in those 3 goals for Fenwick, we know 2 of them scored by Aristides Fagias, 1 by Matthew Draz. Assisting on those, Christian White's got 2 assists. Arden Tantero has 1. Marco Gattone has 1. And Francis Zimmer III is also credited with 1 himself. So hang on to the seat of your pants, folks. Back and forth we've been all day. We said something was going to give. And it appears back and forth we will continue to go. One-timer flies in, but saved by O'Connor. Hasn't had much to look at in this third period. Fenwick trying to change that, but Bennett's controlling the pace on offense. Here we go back. ETHAN ZERTH wants his second goal. Deflected, up and out. Play stops. 12:50 remaining in regulation. And there is Sean Imbergia, who been the starter for Fenwick a majority of the games. Of course, he's allowing just over 3 goals a game, saving near 90% of the shots that head his way. Well, I'm not quite sure if he's seen a shot just like the one he saw last there from Burns. He does make another save, though. Takes his save total up to 19 today. Face-off is Dentise. And it's won by Dentise. He was going up against number 27, Sam Schmidt. Speeding through the neutral zone, passed into the zone. Machone had it, fired, went wide. Pass under the stick of Burns and Pap, but it was touched, so no icing. Puck stays in play, capitalizing on the rebound. Alpeter. Play has to stop, though. That was a hard hit delivered into the boards in this near left corner. That's going to result in some penalty time, afflicting the Benet Redwings. Entering the box for Benet we'll wait to see what the official call on the ice was from the referees. They're still discussing something. Maybe it's the severity of what it was? Either way, it's number 22, AIDEN Burns, our most recent goal scorer, that has entered the penalty box. Captain Alex Dentice waiting just outside the center circle to see what the result of this discussion from the referees will be, maybe looking for an explanation. Dentice now getting said explanation from the head referee. It will be 2 minutes for AIDEN Burns. Dentice will relay the explanation he received over to his team. It's 2 minutes for roughing AIDEN Burns, so a power play now for Fenwick. Shot already in there, but it is saved. And good thing it was saved quickly by O'Connor. Charging in there was both John Latito and for Fenwick. I believe that was Matt Draz looking for his second goal tonight. Lucas White flips it far side. Tantero, shots high. White knocks it back down there. Puck's in deep. Levy, Tantero. White will size it up. Might go back to Tantero. He does go to his brother Christian. Christian fires it, goes wide, but Tantero's there to collect. Going around, testing the mobility of this Benet defense is Fenwick. Christian White. Redirect opportunity, still goes behind. Chance at the net, Fenwick. Shot is saved, might have went wide. Thought O'Connor got a deflection, however. Into the boards, Karras, letting John Latito know of his presence. Long shift for these guys out here on the power play. Saved, gloved by O'Connor, in fact. 1 minute down in the power play, 1 to go. Line changes for both teams. This would be a crucial win for either team, but especially for Fenwick, coming off of 2 close losses to 2 very solid teams topping the Catholic League, being that the St. Ignatius Wolfpack and the Brother Rice Crusaders. They sit 1 and 2 in the standings right now. St. Ignatius, probably unequivocally a top 5 team in the state. They not only are topping the CCHL, but the Scholastic Hockey League as well. Facing off against other top teams like St. Viator and New Trier. New Trier, of course, 3-time in a row state champions. Tough competition for the Wolfpack and whoever stands in their way. James Papp. Nifty passing. Good shot on the one-timer, though. Machone, a little low on it. DeCaza has to fire it back, and I think needing a substitution while that puck is ice is James Papp. Don't know if he's hurt, equipment malfunction, but he skates off and was unable to keep it in because of it. Blake Zorovich, a solid defender for Fenwick all night. Has it bounce over his stick. Sharpe wants to get in there. Waste some time on his forecheck, and it looks like Bennett's going to survive another power play from Fenwick as time ticks off. Burns exits the box. Coming on to the ice for him is Damian Chelios. Icing's called. So now we're back to even strength, and it's an even score. 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Shots on goal, 25-22. Everything's about even in this game. Might have a set of overtime, dare I say. Chelios, who just entered against Schmidt in the faceoff circle. Advantage Schmidt because Fenwick's off and running. Peter Hayes defended by Watts. Noah Watts there first. Shot through the crease, but across to the other end of the rink. Possession changing multiple times in the zone. Now it's out. Thrown back in. Fenwick back onside. Watts and Peter Hayes once again. Falling at center ice is Lucas White. He's got to get back. Butas enters the zone first. He's got Sharpe with him. Sharpe shoots, but couldn't come up with it. Solid connection there. Had a solid chance on the far right post of Sean and Bergia. Zorovich alone, nifty move. Couldn't capitalize. Sharpe wants to flip it to Hensel. he skates, he can get there first, but Francis Zimmer denies him the chance. Hensel wants a steal. Ryle tried to get a steal in there as well. Ryle's got 1 goal tonight. And Bennett's going to have a chance on the other end. Fenwick offside. Someone who's been quiet on the scoring end for Bennett, NIKOLAS HENSEL. He averages 1.58 points per game, 3rd in the entire CCHL, and his 13 assists is 2nd overall in the league. Hasn't gotten his name on the board tonight. There's a shot in front, scores! Have yourself a day, Mr. AIDEN Burns. His 2nd goal in as many shots, it seems. Bennett with an improbable comeback in this 3rd period. They now lead Fenwick by a score of 4-3. You talk about a game completely flipping on its head. Once again, for those that might just be joining us, no goals in the 1st period from either team. The 2nd saw an early goal from Bennett in a power play, but 3 straight unanswered from Fenwick gave them a multi-goal lead heading into the final period on their home ice. But 3 goals in the first half of this 3rd period has the visiting Benet Redwings back in the driver's seat of this classic rivalry matchup in Chicago's Catholic League. Amazing hockey we're seeing on both ends. Fenwick definitely not out of it yet by any means. And here's a chance right now. Schmidt wanted to steal it back, but he was a bit too eager. Offside. Well-deserved line changes for both teams. The speed we're seeing on top of the physicality and honestly just going back and forth feels like we're watching pinball sometimes. That puck is flying. It is flying fast. It takes a lot of these young athletes, so tremendous in all they do, to catch up with it. Through to the neutral zone. Tossing it in there, making something happen. LUKE ALPETER, the senior. ALPETER, one of about half a dozen seniors on the team. He's joined Alex Karras, Alex Dentice, Nick Hensel, and Joe Eide. The other one's on the roster in their last year of play. To the goal, Rob Schmidt, but it's saved. Once again, Finn O'Connor. After a rough 2nd period for this Bennett defense and O'Connor, they have shored up. No goals outside of that rough stretch in the 2nd set of 17 minutes. Whipped out of there real fast. Bowman couldn't collect it because it was wide of his stick, but he's going to chase on this forecheck. Actually, no, he's not, because there's icing. I think that is important to note. Into the circle, Damian Chelios, Sam Schmidt. DeCosla flips it. Puck bounces off the stick of Zimmer and into the grasp of Sam Bowman, who's hit hard into the boards from Zimmer. Both guys collecting themselves and resetting. Chelios spun around, was met from ZOROVICH. Stolen back and kept in. Talbot through the crease, but going around. I think he wanted to find Chelios, who was cutting in off that backside. Set of moves from Machone, bears no fruit. Icing is the call. 6:40 on the clock. Bennett clinging to this 1-goal lead that they have willed themselves into after starting the period down 2 goals. Faceoff stays with Fenwick. Puck's loose, back in the neutral zone. That Benet defense is not allowing Fenwick to have these easy opportunities on net, let alone rebound opportunities, which is how Fenwick has scored 2 out of their 3 goals of the game tonight. Little game of hooky for the puck in that far corner. Now it's out. Ryle defends. Zerth knocks it, but it's Christian White backhands it in. Not a lot of shots on goal for Fenwick. Credit to the Benet defense. But Fenwick's had their scoring come in spurts. 1 breakaway opportunity, 1 good look at a rebound could spell doom for Benet. Quickly through the neutral zone. Christian White gets past Karras, feeds it to the middle. Tantero couldn't get a stick on it. ZOROVICH retreats to collect at the red line. Now we'll get it in for a line change. Now on the ice for Fenwick. Levy's joined by Latito, Robert Schmidt. ZOROVICH will stay out there, and Francis Zimmer is his other defenseman. Alex Karras, good job staying back. One of the sure-handed defenders of this team, both last year and this year, Alex Karras. Started this game with back-to-back penalties, but has done great job since, helping Finney O'Connor make that save there. Karras, a true cornerstone of what Benet has to offer in recent times. O'Connor extends his range to make the glove save, freezes the puck, under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. AIDEN Burns with 2 goals in about 5 minutes in this third period. His second goal there was assisted by Alexander Dentise. Certainly a great game from AIDEN Burns all around. Keep in mind, this is his first and second goals of the year in CCHL play. He had 6 assists, but was looking for the goal next to his name, and he's got 2 of them tonight. Puck goes up and out. Clock will stop 4:36. Now's a good time to mention both these teams have some solid JV squads as well. Shot there, saved by O'Connor. Machone got his stick on it, real quick off the face-off. Benet's JV team currently 3rd in league standings right now. 13 wins, 3 losses. Fenwick sits just behind them in 5th, 12 wins, 4 losses. Benet JV finishes their regular season against Viator, St. Viator on Thursday. They're hoping to make a run to the D. Christina final again, the D. Christina Cup, that is. Last year, they made it all the way to a winner-go-home Game 3 against Providence Catholic, where they fell in 3 games, much like this varsity team, taking St. Ignatius to 3 games, but ultimately coming as the CCHL runner-up. Even though a lot of the key contributors from those teams last year are gone, that bad taste in the mouth of Benet certainly fuels a lot of the ways that they play this game, especially against a rival such as Fenwick. Friars still showing life, trying to fight back in it, into the zone. Here they go. Right side, defense by Karras. Vagias has 2 tonight. We might need a hat trick from Vagias to send this one to overtime at least. Or something from their all-state forward, AIDEN Tantero. The referee does rule that that one went past the blue line. Fenwick had to reset. Fenwick comes up with possession. Butas got his stick down. Slow moving. Gattone goes to collect it and flip it to ZOROVICH. Middle, White. ZOROVICH scores! A beautiful display of passing and an amazing shot when the team needed it most. What a time for Blake ZOROVICH to have his first goal in league play all season. 4-4 with under 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Back and forth we go. Blake Zorovich's goal with 2:54 remaining, assisted by Tantero and Vagias. Has this one in some overtime-looking territory, folks. 3 completely different periods we have played in this one. Whether it was the scoreless first, 3 unanswered by Fenwick in the second to go up 3-1. Or 3-1, how Benet has outscored Fenwick in this third period so far. 3 completely different storylines in all 3 frames. How will this one end as we enter under 2.5 minutes to go? IDE's in. The puck is out, however. Going back to collect Watts. Benet keeps this line out. They like Hensel and IDE out there together. Dentise into the All-Stater IDE. Leaves it off the boards for no one. But back on the ice, Chelios tries to go unabated to the middle, flipped up. IDE had it for a moment, tried to get it cleared. Was number 8 of Fenwick, James Papp. Fenwick with another chance, just wide of the net in that far side. You can tell every opportunity means so much. No one wanted to squander the few moments they have left to maybe steal this one in regulation. Hard into the boards. It's Schmidt and Hayes up against Chelios. And that is Hensel for Benet as well. Hensel wants it out and running to get it to himself, but Zorovich sent it the other way. What a game for number 7, Blake Zorovich. He gets his first goal of the season, has played tremendous defense all game long. Commendable stuff from Zorovich. Chelios sends it in. Blake Zorovich first to act. And now Fenwick will pull it back and reset. 54 seconds and counting. On the ice for the Red Wings, it's Ryle, Burns, Alpeter, Karras, and Zerth. Zerth, our first goal scorer of this one. It seems like forever ago. That may not matter depending on the results of this next 35 seconds. Fire towards the goal, off the skate of Zerth. Christian White, one-timer, goes wide. Vagias to collect, he's got 2 tonight. Can he make the hat trick at the biggest time? Defended well, number 25, ETHAN ZERTH. Good chance there for Fenwick, no dice. Last gasp effort for the Red Wings. Sharpe hit into the boards. Stays in, falling is down, Gattone. Ryle's behind the net, 6 seconds remaining. Fed back, Christian White throws it. Ryle's got to get it out. One last chance. Ryle couldn't get a shot off in time. 4-4 is the score at the end of the regulation. Overtime ensuing here at the Edge Ice Arena.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Welcome to overtime here in the CCHL. Fenwick and Benet are playing a one to remember. Score is 4-4 at the end of regulation. We will start with a 5-minute overtime period, 3-on-3 pond style. We're going to switch sides, of course, because of the period change. But what a game. If you're just tuning in, you missed a lot, but you're sure to see a great ending to this one. Benet was down 3-1 heading into the third period. 3 unanswered goals put them in the lead, but a final equalizer from the Friars with just 3 minutes to go makes this anybody's game, especially in 3-on-3. Schmidt, here's a chance for the Fenwick, saved. Finn O'Connor's been tremendous for Benet. On the same side, Sean Imbergia for Fenwick, the goalie's been great as well. Batted out of there by ETHAN ZERTH, our first goal scorer of the night. Out there for Benet, ZERTH, Sharpe, Chelios. Schmidt, inside, O'Connor, way to get it out in the nick of time. Charging in there real fast was ZOROVICH, who scored that 4th goal for Fenwick to send it to overtime. He's had a great game so far. Fenwick maybe wanting a penalty there, but now the Red Wings off and running. AIDEN SHARPE, Chelios in the center. Couldn't get it cleanly, had to backhand it in, and now AIDEN Tantero, all-state forward, is going to have a chance here. He's joined by John Latito and Lucas White. Latito comes off. Chance for Benet if they want it. NICO DICOSOLA by himself, surrounded by 3 defenders. He'll be patient as he's joined by Nick Hensel and Joe HREHAAN. The 2 leading scorers for Benet out there alongside NICO DICOSOLA. Hensel to the center, defended by Lucas White. Backhand is blocked, saved by Imbergia. Bennett's going to keep this one in their favor and keep it in the zone. Nico just backhands it to dump it in. Lucas White goes to collect for the Friars. Will go out and around. Bennett's got to come back to defend now. Every moment so precious for these teams, especially when it's 3 versus 3. Hensel got it in, but Imbergia's got to send it out off the boards. Benet doing a good job of keeping this in, and now having to get back 2-on-1. Here come the Friars. Tantero's alone in front of the goal, but it's under and past his stick. Back out, ZOROVICH. Couldn't hold on to it. And a substitution. White and Tantero off. Friars shaking it up. Newly onto the ice, Alex Karras, saved by Imbergia, still in front. Puck is loose and still kept in by HREHAAN. Halfway through this overtime 3-on-3 period. Hensel to his right. Wanted to see Karras cut through the middle, but couldn't get it to him. Hensel's behind the net. Off the skate of a Friar defender. Making his presence known in there was Levy. Now it's Christian White, James Papp, and with the puck there's Braden Machone. Machone, Papp, one-timer, saved and had to be froze. Well done, Finn O'Connor, another save on him on this night where the goalkeepers have been some of the more important parts of these defenses that have had great moments. They've had moments where they've let up a lot of goals in quick succession. The point remains, if your defense can hold out long enough, you can steal a game in overtime and come down the stretch of the season to playoff hockey. Tensions are high. Puck's out to Papp. He's got it to the center, defended by Ryle. Ryle mirrors Papp still. Dentise, backhand. Wanted to get to Ryle up ahead, still got it out anyways. Schmidt, Machone, off his skate. Ryle up ahead. Can Ryle get past his defender? He did, puck didn't. Under the stick of Dentise, but now in ZERTH. He'll wait. Dentise, saved by Imbergia! Sean Imbergia, take a bow. The game's not over, but what an impressive job by number 35 in the net. Schmidt the other way, saved by O'Connor. Puck is out, Fenwick's got to reset. 1 minute 13 on the clock here at the edge. Spinorama, Lucas White to the net, Ryle defends. Arm goes up, it's gonna be a penalty. One of the most scintillating sequences of play you'll see all year in the Chicago Catholic League. So many chances for the game to end for both teams, but this may be huge. OWEN RYLE, a 2-minute penalty. So now, for those that don't know, we were playing 3-on-3, so now it becomes 4-on-3 rather than taking a skater off for Benet. A skater comes on now for Fenwick. 4-on-3 they will have on this power play. Lucas White has it at the center. One-timer, saved by O'Connor. Benet brings out Karras and NICO DICOSOLA, two of their best defenders, to help shore up their defense here. They're joined by Nick Hensel. Benet has 2 short-handed goals on the year. They could get a third one here. It might be their biggest one of the season. Falling down with the puck is White. ZOROVICH skates to collect from Imbergia. Still cannot get over that save we just saw moments ago from number 35 of the Friars. Hensel got up there. Defense collapsed on him quickly. 15 seconds left in the period. Benet getting back. Off and running was Fenwick. It's ZOROVICH. Now he'll sub out onto the ice. Couple different guys for Fenwick, but that'll do it for our first overtime. Teams will go back to their benches. We're gonna wait a second to see how exactly this is gonna play out, because it's self-admittedly, I have not seen a double overtime game in the Chicago Catholic League, where the referees are gonna sit there and talk to OWEN RYLE, who's in the penalty box. And we're gonna take a short break here, folks. Stick with us for double overtime here on Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Three periods and 1 overtime. The score remains tied. It's time for a shootout here at the Edge Ice Arena. Benet and Fenwick tied at 4. Starting off the shootout, AIDEN Burns. He shoots and scores! Through the 5-hole of Sean Imbergia, who's been tremendous all evening. But AIDEN Burns comes up big on a huge night for the junior. He's got 2 goals on the evening, and he starts the shootout out with a goal for the Benet Redwings. Finn O'Connor in net for Benet. He goes up against number 23 of Fenwick, Aristides Vigias. He has 2 goals tonight himself. Vigias makes the save! O'Connor! Nifty set of moves from Vigias. O'Connor got his stick out there, pounced on it at the right time. Benet leads in the shootout battle 1-0 to start. Referees talking to both benches. The Fenwick team is skating off right now. Neither team had acted like the game was over, but that's exactly what we have here, folks. A shootout victory for the Benet Redwings, traveling to Fenwick's home ice in one of their biggest games of the year, one of the most exciting games you'll see all year in the CCHL. Incredible stuff on both ends. the game concludes with AIDEN Burns' shootout goal after he put 2 in the back of the net in the third period. And a final stop from Finn O'Connor sealed the deal. The Benet Redwings improved their record to 9 wins, 7 losses as they compete for a top 2 spot in the Kennedy Cup playoffs and in the CCHL. Most importantly for Benet, a win over their rival Fenwick. They played tremendous. Sean Imbergia in net had a great...
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Arena, folks. My name's Andy Diedrich. You're watching our presentation of CCHL hockey here on Recruitlings. In a classic game that'll be talked about years from now, Benet Academy takes down Fenwick in a shootout, and the man responsible for it is standing next to me. Our player of the game, who we're talking to, AIDEN Burns of Benet. Mr. Burns, you guys came into that third period down 3-1. You come out with a victory after an overtime period and a shootout. How does it feel to fight against a rival like Fenwick and come out with a victory?
It's a good win and keep moving forward. Get a couple wins and win out completely. So,
yeah, the whole momentum momentum shift from after the second period, you go in the locker room, talk to your team, coming out in the third period. Was there anything that the coaching staff or anybody in the locker room really said, we need to go out there and change? Or was it just kind of a shift of momentum for you guys and it benefited you at the end of the game?
Nah, definitely coaches for sure. I mean, they talked some, they said some good stuff and motivational stuff that helped a lot. And then obviously our captains too. So yeah, for sure.
You guys got great leadership in that locker room, but this couldn't be possible without 2 goals from you in the third period alone and that game-winning shootout goal to seal things. How does it feel, man? You are the player of the game. You 2 goals in the third and that game-winning shootout goal. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah, you got one more regular season game. You're still fighting for position in the Kennedy Cup standings. You're sitting at third right now, looking to maybe get a top 2 seed in the Kennedy Cup. What's the message in the locker room going forward to try and finish the season strong and compete for a Kennedy Cup title?
Everyone's hyped up for sure, and we got this. We're going to do it. So.
How do you feel about your fan club over here, by the way, too? Really getting going. With that being said, Aiden Burns, our player of the game, everybody. Keep it here, though. We got our postgame show coming up. You're watching CCHL Hockey here on Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome back, folks. We're here at the Edge Ice Arena once again. Thanks for sticking with us all the way to the postgame show. I know you probably wanted to turn it off after that incredible game that we had just got to play witness to. Just sensational stuff. Not really much more you could say. Benet wins in a shootout over their rival Fenwick. 4 goals scored in regulation by both teams. I believe it was the great Yogi Berra that said, "It ain't over till it's over." I think you could have drawn the line in the sand and said this game was over 5 or 6 times before it actually was. What else is there to say? A scoreless first period. We get a second period where, although Benet strikes first, Fenwick scores 3 unanswered. They're in the driver's seat at home, really wanting to win the season series over their rival in Benet. And then an early goal from OWEN RYLE in that third. Back-to-back goals from AIDEN Burns, who self-admittedly said he wants to play offense more, understandably so. Takes the game to overtime. There's a penalty in overtime from Benet. They withstand that, send it to a shootout, and AIDEN Burns, the hero of the day, puts a puck in the back of the net, and Benet escapes with a victory when it was certain going into that third period that they were not going to do so. Tremendous hockey from both teams. I mean, that epitomizes the CCHL and the Chicago Catholic League, right? It's tough, it's gritty. You're going to see great athletes that are even better off the ice, off the field, whatever it happens to be that they're playing. And just overall, it's a great time. It's so great to be back here. We're very thankful that Benet and Fenwick could have us here for this game. And with all that being said, we'll do a little bit of a wrap-up on this. Benet climbs to 9-7. They are still fighting for maybe that second seed in the CCHL. Them and Brother Rice kind of neck and neck. Benet has one more game that they'll play against the Crusaders, maybe for that second-seeded spot. Fenwick will drop to 6-8. They're hovering around the 6th seed in the Catholic League. It's going to be important for seeding going into the Kennedy Cup playoffs because, as we know, a lot of teams make their magical runs through the entire postseason, whether they're seeded high or not. But with a hyper-competitive league, as the Catholic League is in hockey, anything's certain to happen. It's going to be a tough task in terms of getting there. Other than that, I think that's all we have for you here, folks. It was a great Sunday evening. Thanks for spending some time with us. For our entire Recruitlings crew here, my name's Andy Diedrich. We hope to see you next time.